Hi, as a follow-up to my video on demons, I just wanted to go further with the subject because I'm fed up with that people still believe them, e.g. paranormal investigators. Now, before I start, I don't mean to offend, but to put things in perspective. In America, for example, Christianity and other Abrahamic religions have only existed there for 522 years. They've only just come out of the Salem period. Their religious folks still believe in demons, witches, etc. Whereas in my country, in the UK, we've had Christianity for approximately 1,425 years. So if we've had time to grow out of it, notice how we don't bang on about demons, etc. anymore? Compared to America, it's because we know it's nonsense. Even the Vatican itself has stated that demons and hell do not exist. Hell was an invention by the church to scare its followers into obedience. As for Ouija boards, they have been debunked by science, and no, you cannot summon fictional beings via a Ouija board. I'll put a link to that below also. As I explained in another video, again, the link of which I'll supply below, the word demon comes from daemon, which means a spirit that lingers between heaven and earth. Basically, another word for ghost. As you may or may not know, when Christianity established itself often by force, it stole and buried religious sites, celebrations, and deities. And so, when it came to getting rid of the old gods, they made some into angels, and the leftovers were made into demons. For example, Baal is a Phoenician god, and Astaroth is actually the goddess Astarte, also known as God's wife, who got erased later by the patriarchy. So who is ZoZo? ZoZo is an urban legend, a creepypasta, a work of fiction that became a trend amongst Ouija board believers, or video makers, even though Ouija boards are a load of baloney. Again, I'll supply a link to that below. He is a symbolism of Christianity's fear or objection to the occult. Because of their ignorance, they believe the occult to be evil, which is ironic because Solomon used it. Or, as the internet puts it, a creepypasta is a horror-related legend that has been shared around the internet. Creepypasta has since become a catch-all term for any horror fiction content posted on the internet. These internet entries are often brief, user-generated paranormal stories intended to scare the readers. They're not real. They're not real stories, not true stories. The character itself is also a rip-off of the Mesopotamian Phoenician god Pazuzu, who was made into a popular evil spirit or demon thanks to Hollywood films like The Exorcist. He is in fact seen in the Middle East as a protector. People would often put him in a house to scare evil spirits away, kind of like how we use gargoyles in churches. Also, to add all of these, most Ouija board videos on YouTube, etc., are fake or content made just to get views. As with any legend, ZoZo has been thrown around just for views. Anyone claims to have contacted or spoken to ZoZo, I would flag as BS because, as I've stated, ZoZo is a fictional creepypasta character that someone made up that became a trend. He is no more real than Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees. According to the history of fiction, ZoZo is a fallen angel banished from heaven eons ago by God. He is rumoured to have been the demon who possessed roller Roland Doe when the boy used a Ouija board. ZoZo and the possession were written about in a book called The Exorcist under the name Pazuzu, which in turn inspired the modern version of Pazuzu, who comes from, like I said, Babylonian culture. Also, apparently, if you keep saying his name, he turns up. Yeah, rubbish. As you can see, ZoZo was a creation of fiction and ignorance. Some paranormal investigators claim to have contacted ZoZo, but most likely the negative spirit or ghost is pulling your leg or trolling you. And remember, there's been many serial killers who have claimed to have been the devil himself, etc. ZoZo is also, interestingly, the name of a Turkish artist and a name for a golf contest and various other businesses, media outlets, etc. It's also a common name in some Middle Eastern or to Eastern countries. Now, I don't think there is more I can say on this. But what's interesting, though, is according to Wikidictionary, the word ZoZo means stupid, dumb, silly, which pretty much sums up the whole thing perfectly. And on that note, thanks for watching, take care and be well.